Okay, so I'll be speaking about building a personal brand website. So let's get into it. So, what is a personal brand? First of all, we need to understand what a personal brand is all about. So, personal branding is all about creating a reputation, you know, also known as a brand, that represents the sum total of your career and professional persona. It's about who you are, what it is that you do, how you work, and where you are, headed. It gives people an idea, about what you represent. Once someone think about, okay, for instance, uh, once top person comes up, in a discussion, then you can immediately think about UX, you can think about designs, you can think about, graphics and the likes. Yeah. So like a consumer brand, a personal brand not only tells your story, it sets the stage for growth and will advance you towards your future career success. So a personal brand goes beyond the basic resume that we have to deliver a more complete picture of who you are professionally. Now, why build a brand website for yourself as a professional? There are quite a few importance or why it is needed to have a brand website. Number one, it boosts your expertise and authority. For instance, if a recruiter is trying to get someone on board in a business, and you and someone is you are both vying for that position. It kind of boosts your expertise and your authority if you have a personal brand where they can check you out, where they can see what you're doing, what you have done, what you have delivered, in that particular area. And also it helps to develop a clear vision for yourself, because while curating content for your personal website, you want to put your best fit out there, you want to put the best you know side of you, out there for people to see. uh, Next, it increases your visibility and access. You give people visibility about you. If you want to test this out, you can just go to Google and put your name and see what comes up. If you have a website, then definitely you're sure that something uh, authoritative will come up about you, which goes a long way to speak about your personal brand. Okay. Okay. Also, it allows you to own your story, which means you can put your story out there, and you know, it allows for coherence, about your story and brand. And at the same time, it allows you to stand out. And at the same time, which is the last on my list here, is that it gives people an idea of the value that you are proposing, of the value that you bring to the work you do, your career, your business, your other endeavors. Uh, so that's that. Now, what are the steps to setting up your own personal website? I know quite a lot of us are, used to this, and it's not a new thing. But I'll just go over it for the sake of those of us that are not really quite conversant with this area. Okay, so number one thing you want to do is to establish a domain. Okay, you want to say, okay, what's my name going to be on the internet? Is it going to be www.damishonde.com? Is it going to be www. Whatever it is that you want to be, which is going to represent your brand out there, your personal brand out there. Like we have Victor, we have victorshonde.com, like that. So we can have for quite a lot of people. And if you are uh, you follow quite a lot of all these tech influencers, or influencers generally, they have their own personal brand website where they uh, where they use to uh, put themselves out there. So you want to choose your domain name, you want to choose your service host. You're talking about your domain name host. You have quite a lot of them: SiteGround, GoDaddy, Namecheap, and the likes. Quite a lot of them. And then you want to choose your website platform. There are quite a lot of platforms and website builders that you can use to create your personal brand website. We have the most popular one, which is WordPress. Okay, which is WordPress. We use it quite a lot. It's what we use at WayMaker Digital as well. Okay, so there are also quite a lot of builders that you can use. We have Wix, we have Squarespace, we have Weebly, we have quite a lot of them, that we can use to uh, that can serve as a platform that we use to build our personal brand website. Number two, you want to make a plan of what the website is going to be like or look like in terms of you want to do wireframes, you want to check out templates, across the web. You want to do a website map that will inform the user journey on your website, how the users move from one place to the other, and stuff like that. Number three, you want to have a smart strategy in terms of the copywriting of your personal brand website, the creative assets you're going to use. You want to talk about the search engine optimization so that you are easily searchable on Google and other search engines and the likes. Yeah. Number four, we want to put the pieces in place. Talking about your hero header, your headshots, uh, assets. You want to talk about your call to actions, depending on what you're putting out there. You want to tell people how to reach you or what steps to take. And at the same time, you want to put your forms in case someone wants to get in touch with you, and they can just fill a form or click a button and off they go. Step five, you want to build an email list. Okay, on your website, when you build an email list, you can share new hacks, you can share articles, you can share developments, what you're working on, blog posts, you're writing papers, you want to share with your audience, and the likes. So, and the last one, but then the least is you have to have a web design standard considerations. Talking about the usability of your website, security, is it mobile responsive, and every other thing like that. So it is important that we put these things in place. While doing this, I realized myself that this is something I need to do, right away. And I'm already taking steps to get that sorted. So I'm encouraging each every one of us to put ourselves. I know some of us on the team already have this. I know Esther has her own personal website. Victor, yeah, which is two that I'm quite aware of. So I think it's something that we should consider uh, as professionals, and as professionals who want to, put ourselves out there, and you know, uh, yeah. So those are my submissions. Thank you, everyone. I don't know if we have questions.
Yes, I have a question. One of my, well, maybe not a question as much, but a contribution.
Okay.
Thank you for that presentation. It's really, really and very insightful. I think um, one of the things that scare people or concern people about having a website might be like, okay, the costs of maintaining the website, like hosting and all that kind of thing, and also the fact that you might need to put in some effort in like updating, like for example, even my website, if not now that we're just starting to I'm working on a new project, which is a new podcast series. Most of my writings and articles are on Waymaker Digital, not much on my website. And even that, I don't get to write as much as I like to because of all the work I'm doing, it being an excuse. But if you're worried about that, I think there are other alternatives or options. One of them being platforms like aboutme.com. You could actually just create a simple profile that
Yeah.
gives you an ability to have like a personal space where you can host and talk about yourself. If you don't want to go to aboutme.com, even as simple as LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a great place to start to build your personal brand. And you realize that as you grow your LinkedIn profile, it gets to a point where you want to have something that people that visit your profile or view your profile on LinkedIn can reference as your sort of like your place, your portfolio about yourself, about your work. And this could lead to many opportunities for yourself. professionally or even business wise. You'd have I've had people approach me for a project just because they looked at my profile on LinkedIn or before because they looked at my website, which doesn't have a content, by the way. They just think, yeah, this is good. I want to work with you. So I think it's something that we need to talk about more, and also look at options like if you don't want to pay for like hosting or domain or whatever, you might as well just get a free one or even just make the most of your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor, for that. Yeah, thank you very much. And even as little as a medium page, we do. Even developers have the opportunity to use GitHub, which I'm sure is one of the ways you can put yourself out there. Yeah, so that's it. There are free options like Medium. I know about Medium. About I think Notion and quite a couple of other platforms that we can use.